In this video, we're going to examine the topic of surge protection. We'll investigate how surges are created, the damage that they can cause, the requirements of the wiring regulations, and the solutions that are available for a range of installations and applications.
The first thing we need to understand, Dave, is just what a surge is and how destructive it can be.
Surges are overvoltages, so a voltage beyond the rating that an electrical installation was designed to operate at. Lightning is probably the one source of an overvoltage that we're all familiar with. But there are man-made causes of overvoltages as well. For example, those caused by the switching of large electric motors.
It can be a lot more than the switching of large electric motors. It can be welders, AC units, lifts. A lot of people don't realise just how many different causes of man-made surges there are, and these can be easily caused when any switch is operated under load.
To understand what can happen when there is an overvoltage, we've come to one of the world's leading manufacturers of surge protective devices, or SPDs. At this site in Blomberg, Germany, as well as manufacturing, they have a fantastic testing laboratory that can do some really scary stuff. Come on, let's go and take a look, TC. Impressive.
Oh dear.
So this is it. And this little beauty can generate up to 200 kiloamps and is used to test the equipment made here to make sure that it can withstand the electrical surge impulses.
For our purpose today, we're going to see what can happen on both protected and unprotected electrical installations when there's an overvoltage.
In the first test, we're going to see an older style consumer unit, typical of many properties in the UK. And here we can see the retrofitted surge protective device.
Right, let's hand over to Torben and Michael and see what happens.
Pretty boring, really. But now let's try it without surge protection. And first with a low-level surge, typical of a man-made event.
Well, a little bit more action. As you can see, a little bit's broke off the circuit breaker. Now we're going to ramp it up and see what happens when there's a lightning strike. Take it away, boys. What was that about? That's why they put their fingers in their ears. Right, now we've reset everything and we're going to repeat the test on a newer consumer unit with an RCD. First, the low level surge. Right, now the lightning strike. I'm so glad that that was bulletproof glass.
It's not just the fixed electrical installation that can be affected by an overvoltage. Your portable equipment can be equally damaged. Now, some of you may use surge-protected extension leads like this to protect your expensive television. And indeed, this will, in many cases, provide effective, localized protection. However, considering some of the explosions that we've witnessed in there, it's pretty pointless protecting your TV or computer if the rest of the property needs a rewire.
This is recognised by the First Amendment to the 17th edition, which requires that where surge protection is to be provided, it must be installed at the origin of the installation.
Let's just see what could happen to unprotected electrical equipment when subjected to man-made levels of surges.
As you can see, in many cases there is no sign of any physical damage. However, the device is fried and will no longer work.
So we've seen that without proper surge protection, considerable damage could be caused not only to the electrical installation, but also to the building and also possibly any nearby people.
In the next part of the video, we will examine some of the scientific principles which explain how surges happen and how they propagate around buildings and other structures.